Okay, Rumble isn't working. Okay, I don't know what to say. Um, Hang on, guys. Let me see what I can do. Um, hold on. Let me see. No, why? Oh man, I don't know what to say. This is getting to be a little bit much. I'm not sure what's going on. Uh Okay. If you want to watch this, go to YouTube. Rumble took me down. All right. So I'm having fun. How about you guys? You having fun? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, guys, you don't know what I'm dealing with. You better enjoy my shows now. Because I can't tell you what I'm dealing with on both platforms. Maybe you know a little bit. Let me see if Jenna can fix it. Hang on, guys, please. Uh Not streaming on Rumble. Can you fix it? Okay. So, guys, hang on. You got to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Link is above with mods. All right, guys. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Let me see, moderators, mods. If you could, Renee, Karen, if you could put it in the comments on YouTube as well, please go to YouTube, which is Delora Off the Cuff. Wow. I hope they don't take me down on YouTube, guys. Really, I'm really. This is really. And I'll tell you what's going on. It just let me give these people a little while longer to get over here. If you moved over and you're on YouTube, there's still nearly 100 waiting over there. Shoot, I don't know what to do. No, Molly, they don't want me talking about this. And when I tell you what happened on YouTube, I hope I make it on here. I hope I make it, because I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know. All right, so let me take this link and put it in the comments. And I don't know what. Let me see if I do that. Rumble not streaming, please, to YouTube link here. All righty. Well, there you go. Okay. So let's see what we got. I gotta laugh. I can only laugh. Because I'm gonna take down Rumble completely. Let me just look at the chat. It's in comments. Thanks, Renee. I put it as well. Okay, so let me tell you guys what's happening real quick, and then I'll go into the show. Yesterday, I had a video 1.5 years old get taken down here on FluffTube. Year and a half. That's how they're looking now. They're going back again. They're looking to get both platforms. You know what's interesting? So let me just rant a little bit here. What's interesting is you've got these people who are apparently exposing truth, millions of views, and they're up. And I've got almost 41,000 on YouTube and 26,000 on Rumble. And they're futzing with me. It's shocking to me. I don't make money from them. I don't make a dime from YouTube. I became a premium member just so I'm hoping they wouldn't deal with me. A year and a half ago, a video got taken down. I don't know what to do at this point. I'm working with Rumble. I said, you're taking people from me. You're taking subscribers from me. I'm talking to them back and forth, email. Apparently they don't like it. They are an hour from me. I'm ready to show up on their doorstep. That's the point I'm at. Why me? I don't get it. I don't have any clue. There are other people that share truth as well, but they're after me. They're after me on both platforms, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So, YouTube gave me a warning yesterday, or I wouldn't even be on YouTube today, because when they give you a strike, you can't go on for a week. This is why I had to go off of YouTube last time. They gave me a warning, they gave me a strike, and they gave me another strike. I had to get off, because once you get 3 strikes, they take your whole thing down. So I couldn't do that. So now what I'm dealing with is they gave me a warning yesterday. Now the warning will be gone in 90 days, and I'll be clean again if I don't get a strike. Okay. So now if you find me being very covert here, and this is what I'm going to say, and I have to say this: everything you see from this moment on to the end of this video is my opinion. Okay? And if you got a brain, you understand what's going on here. Okay? This is just my opinion. It's for entertainment. And anything I say is just my opinion. That's all it is. Okay? So this is really getting a little bit, it went when President Trump got elected, it got lifted a bit. I got a little lenient, but this is before. This is 2023. They literally, FluffTube went back 2023 and took down. They took it down. So again, let me say, anything I say on this video is just my opinion. Okay? Has nothing to do with anything, and it's for your entertainment. Okay? So let's cover that right there. And let me begin. Wow. I can't believe now Rumble. I just can't. I can't even. And I sent, let me see. I sent Jenna set up. Not sure. I'm still looking. It's set up correctly. Not sure what the issue is. The issue is me. All right. So coming from you, from a little woman in Florida who knows nothing. Just amazing to me. Just amazing. All righty then. So let me tell you, isn't this cute? Look at, this is called Perfectly Cozy Striped Midway Tunic Top. It's got one of these kangaroo pockets. And you know what? It covers all the lasagna. Janet calls it a tunic. I call it covers all lasagna. This is what she said. Super soft, cozy, very mid-weight. So it's great for like fall into winter, the cooler nights in Florida. It's beautiful. Has a pocket in the front. I'm wearing a small, so you can size down because I'm normally like a medium. It's made in the USA, and it's 50% off, guys. Half price. There are only 1 to 2 tops available left in each size. And Jenna said she can't restock it. This is a one-time special. So if you like this, go get it. When I'm telling you, cute, cute. Okay? Now, also, I'm wearing it with the Rose of Sharon necklace. And there are matching earrings that I could only find one of. I should have got it, but go look at it. It's in the description below. This and the same thing in an earring. It's got the rose around it with the cross. It's absolutely beautiful. I wear this a lot. All of the items are linked in the description below this video. Easiest place to access them. You can also find them in Delora's Closet. If you go joincountry.com, they're in Delora's Closet. Jenna said, I just added a bunch of new items to the store. And as always, free US shipping. And first-time orders get 10% off with the code WELCOME10. Okay, so there's that. Now, the other thing is real quick, and then I'm going to, I spent most of the time ranting here, so I'm sorry. A lot of you have been writing to me. You saw like a patch on my wrist, you're asking me all these questions. So if you want to go back and forth with me, we do have a video up on, so let me tell you that story. Dennis noticed that our video, it says, it's got both of our pictures, it's got new health technology, and it wasn't working on Rumble and it wasn't streaming on YouTube. So what I had to do was I had to pin it on Rumble at the top and pin it on YouTube. If you've not seen it, just look, write to me here, takingbackourhealth.com. I'll write to you. We'll get on the phone, whatever you want. I don't really care. At this point, it's all I can do is to try to get it to you the best I can, any way I can, the information. So Taking Back Our Health, that's our website. So no one's touching it, okay? It's got a little bit about what it does, and just fill it out and get it to me. I'll get back to you today, all right, about this. Oh, it's really aggravating. All right, so let's see. Okay, Sean Allen says, okay, what's going on here? Nothing new, Sean. Just both Rumble and YouTube are trying to get rid of me. So other than that, we're good, my friend. All right, so let's do this, okay? And again, all of this is my opinion. The videos are showing you the opinions of those people. And this is purely for your entertainment. Okay? Okay. So this is about the digital ID, which might or might not be even real. All right? Just so you know. But what is it? What is a digital ID? It's an electronic representation of your personal information used to verify your identity and access services, physical locations. It's like a digital driver's license or passport, but with a ton more information on it. It consists of data points, your name, date of birth, sometimes biometrics like your eye, you can get in by. There's a lot of things. It's already out there. Look, if you're watching this, hello, you're already out there, okay? This is just a step up, if it's even real. It's a step up. So it's like fingerprint, biometric of your fingerprints. All of this is compiled and managed in a secure system to confirm your identity for transactions and access to services. So that's, and again, if you're online, you already have a digital ID, but now, in my opinion, they've gone a step further, okay? You could be surveilled. This is nothing new. To open your phone or various websites, a lot of times you have to put it up and you have to give your face code. Know what I'm saying? To get in. So what's so harmful about this? Just the next step. Seems pretty benign, right? Well, in my opinion, let me say it again. In my opinion, digital ID is probably the most dangerous situation facing this world today. Now, people have written to me and said, months ago, what do you think of digital ID? Well, months ago, it was no more than a thought in a man's mind, and many people's mind. And it wasn't anything really, boy, I hope I don't if I get taken down midstream, guys, there's nothing I can do. I'm off of Rumble, and there's nothing I can do. So just bear with me. I'm trying to be as covert as I can. In my opinion, if it's real, digital ID could be the most dangerous situation facing us today, more than a nuclear war, more than the poisons that, in my opinion, we might be dealing with every day in our air and our food. So on September 28th, 2025, that is 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Swiss voters approved, which I don't believe it, but then again, that's my opinion, approved the Federal Act on Electronic Identification Services by a slim 50.4% to 49.6%. It was a national referendum with turnout at 45% and support concentrated in urban areas like Zurich and Geneva. The optional system, managed by the federal authorities, uses called SWIU, smartphone app with encrypted device stored data and zero knowledge proofs to enable secure online verification without a central database, addressing concerns from a 2021 rejection. So they tried it in 2021, but the people in Switzerland rejected it. Rollout is going to be 2026. It's praised by the government and business for enhancing digital services, while opponents, including privacy advocates, worry about potential future expansions. Hold on, I've got stuff coming in. Do you think you can try to hold on a second, guys. All right. Jenna's working on trying to get me on Rumble. If anybody's on Rumble, you know what? I should have kept that up. Hang on, guys. Hold on 1 second, please. All right. Yes, but no more. Please, if I get live on Rumble, let me know. Thanks. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. So it's in Switzerland right now. Okay. It's going to be rolled out in 2026. It's also, as many of you saw, UK rolled it out this past week. You see, here's the problem. Switzerland currently hosts what's called Club de Berne, B-E-R-N-E, which is an alliance of 27 intelligence agencies in Western Europe on surveillance. Geneva is known as the spy hub. Now, you'll hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to give you my opinion. I'm Switzerland on that. You can't say that anymore. You can't say you're Switzerland anymore, because Switzerland is definitely part of the problem, in my humble opinion. Geneva, known as the spy hub, was said by Snowden. First they said fake news, and now they're saying it's about child protection. They're making up all kinds of excuses for exactly what we know is happening. Just last week, UK rolled it out. They claim it's the government's attempt to tackling the immigration and illegal working problem. Now, here is a really interesting thing. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. While everyone is complaining that the immigration problem across the world is to keep people in office that we don't want in office, I don't believe that's the reason. And you've never heard me say that was the reason. The reason is now they have an excuse for rolling out ID, in my humble opinion. Why? Because You can only get an ID if you are a citizen of that country. So now the citizens are all going to scramble, and that means the immigrants, and they're using it at our own border, guys. They're using this technology at our own border. I'm going to go into that later. You can only stay a citizen. You can only buy goods and things in these countries if you are a citizen. So if you're not a citizen, and you can't eat and whatever, you're going to leave. So now they're claiming that's the reason. See? So they say, come in, one and all. Okay, let's stop it now. How do we do that? Digital ID, just in my humble opinion. So according to Lisa Nandy, the UK Culture Secretary, digital ID is mandatory in the UK. But let me tell you what the problem is. I will probably never get to many places in Europe that I want to visit. Why? Because next week, in order to visit Europe, as of next week, a lot of people don't know this, you have to have fingerprints and you have to have an eye scan. Fingerprints in order to get into any European country from the United States. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So let's look. But the culture secretary in the UK said you don't have to you don't have to use this if you don't want to. Problem is, it's going to get more and more and more. But here's the countries that already have some form of digital ID. Okay. As you can see, all of Canada, Ireland, can you imagine? The UK, that's in process, as you can see. Well, what is that? I don't even know what that is. The UK, India, China, Australia. So these are the ones that you have to have some form of digital ID. Okay. So how does it work, and how will it work? It will work by a person's ID card will be stored in a digital wallet right alongside your digital driver's license. If you don't own a smartphone, then you will have a physical digital ID card. Right now in the UK, this will be used for buying alcohol, applying for loans, getting government service, applying for a driver's license, when putting your child in childcare. You have to have a digital ID. When you apply for a job, you have to show it. In order to see your immigration status, they've got to see. So you apply for a job, they want to see that you're a citizen. You can't get a job if you're an immigrant. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Incredible. Jan Van Loo, that is why they eye scanned me at the airport in Seattle. I use my passport instead of a real ID. That's exactly right. Now you can say you don't want that. The problem, even in the United States, is if you say you don't want that, you get flagged. Sadly, even traveling in the United States, which I will probably do by car for the rest of my life, it's difficult when you're flying. It's very difficult. Very difficult now, guys. If you don't own, you get a physical one. Okay. So when you apply for a job, the whole thing, it's a big setup. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. So what's the real issue with all of this? The issue is centralizing data through digital IDs, which could link social media, this information, banking information in ways that allow government control. All your information in one place is a hacker's dream. Who said that? An IT expert for Oxford University. He actually said, this is a nightmare. So, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer last week said that every working person there must have a digital ID or Brit card. It's linked to our social media, medical records, bank accounts. They want cash is going to be not outlawed, but is going to be taken off the streets. Now, let me just say something to you that's very important. And we knew this, and we've been doing it. 3 things you want to make sure you have: cash, gold, and silver. If you can't do gold and silver, and listen, I get it, start putting away cash. Don't put everything in the bank. Don't start paying things the best way you can, maybe by check. Try not to do it online. There's a lot of ways. Yeah, Jen. Yeah, you did. You just unknowingly did. I did it as well several times. We've got to know from this point on. You just got to know from this point on. Even some United States state governors are pushing it. California, Gavin Newsom, last year allowed driver's license to be used onto Apple and Google wallets. It's called an MDL, a mobile driver's license. It's one more link in the chain, guys. Bill Gates and Deb, credit cards are fine. Yeah, and Jan, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. I did it as well, my friend. Don't panic. Nobody panic. This is not the time to panic, really. This is time to keep a level head, know what's going on, know that God's in control, that I'm on here telling you to be careful. Please share this so others will know. So silver, gold, cash. Okay? Silver, gold, cash. Credit cards. This is the thing. Just my opinion. If they, yes, Rachel Butler, trust the Lord. If they want to stop credit cards, it will hurt major companies and the interest rate that we're paying. So I don't think that's going to happen. Okay? I don't think that's going to happen. But for me, what we do is we use credit cards and then we pay them off. And we get like points and different things, money back and things like that. It's important to do it that way as well. Oh God, I don't even know what to say. Look. Yes. Famadio John, what a great, I'm going to put that one up. This is, listen, stick together, get information, and no panic or fear. Brilliant wisdom. Yes. Yeah, Denise Stone. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Where's my buddy Mikey? He not on? Okay. I know you came over from Rumble. Yeah, everybody came over from Rumble. Please put, if there are people still waiting, 42, not bad. Mostly everybody's over here. So that's good. No, Don, it's not frozen. They just wouldn't let me on. Okay. So Bill Gates and the controlling owner of Oracle, Larry Ellison, they are financing the digital ID push, okay? The National Health Service in the UK has an incredible amount of population data, but it's fragmented. That's what he told Tony Blair in February of this year. It's not easily accessible by all AI models. So we have to take all this data in our country and put it in a single data platform so we can access it, because we need that data all in one place. This month, Larry Ellison made clear that he viewed the power of data centralization in behavior change. Listen to this. Citizens, this is a quote from him, will be on their best behavior because we'll constantly be watching and recording everything that's going on. Did you hear that? But this is nothing new for Larry. He wanted digital ID since 9/11. Look at this. Look at this, guys. New York Post. Do you see the date? September 24th, 2001. Ellison of Oracle seeks U.S. ID cards. Everybody's always saying, oh, Trump's the Antichrist. Listen to me. You don't know. There are people like him behind the scenes. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I don't spend my time looking for an Antichrist. I spend my time trying to get information out to all of you that can help us live our life, okay? In a real platform with a real person in a real way to help real people. That's why I do this, and that's why they hate me. That's why they hate me. Because they can't take money. How are they going to take money? I don't make it. I don't make money on YouTube. How are you going to do it? Oh, boy. Anyway, so what is Oracle? So what is Oracle, actually? Oracle is an AI database, cloud computing company. And he is its best salesman. He is the owner of Oracle. He is the second richest man in the world. He is also the owner of CBS and CNN. It's already here, as most of you know. China in 2019 created a social credit system with rewards that include better employment, school admissions into the best schools, shorter wait times in hospitals for those that don't comply, denial of access to public transportation. You cannot buy property. You cannot buy an apartment. You can't go to social events. Denial of train and air tickets and public shaming. You think I'm kidding? Watch this. This is what's happening in China right now.
Score brings benefits, but people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens.
It's a matter of principle. Those people have to be condemned.
Those people aren't honest, so they have to pay the price.
It's only right to pay your debts. You have to blacklist those that don't.
The Supreme Court has created a blacklist for so-called bad citizens, those whose ratings have dropped to zero. On it are companies, but also 23 million people to date. Among them is this journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. But he only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment, or even send your children to a private school.
Yu Hu is among a tiny minority of people who have dared to criticize the system, which some are calling a digital dictatorship.
I worry because I think many people like me will be deprived of individual freedoms.
Yeah, that's what's going on in China right now. Do you realize they put your name in the public square in cities with your phone and your address? It's really, it is incredible. And they know you want to get out, so you're not allowed to travel. It's just incredible. 1/3 of total offenses in one study in China, it wasn't actually against the law. So what they did is they took the local government and put it in moral and social domains beyond the law. So even if they blacklist you and you no longer do anything against them, you're still on a database. It's just, why would any liberal, really Western country, conservative Western country, Democrat Western government, like Britain is supposed to be, want such a thing? Why? Oracle and other high-tech companies are going to make billions upon billions, and I will even say trillions of dollars here, because every transaction they make money. Every time you buy something, they make money. You got a digital ID that goes back to them, but it gets worse. I'm going to show you that in a minute. This is what, in my opinion, is very, very scary. Starmer in the UK pitched the idea, the digital idea, again, to stop mass migration. And here's what he said. I know working people are worried about the level of illegal migration into this country. Digital ID will make it tougher to work illegally in this country, making our borders more secure. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. In my opinion, that's absurd. Nations have maintained borders for hundreds of years without the need for digital IDs. Governments can say whatever they want, give all the excuses they want. The real motivation is the same as the Chinese government: to control the masses, to control population, to control freedom. Bill Gates last year released a Netflix documentary calling for sweeping AI-powered censorship of people he disagrees with that come against any of these at all. The good news is that the backlash to the digital IDs appears strong and growing, and anyone can see that. Blair was taking instructions from Ellison, who wants all governments to believe he has all the answers, even our own government. Unfortunately, he has our president's ear, because our president is very swayed by people that are wealthy. That is our prayer. It's my greatest prayer for him, that God puts the right people around him. Ellison told Tony Blair on a video, you can pipe this data from these 3,000 separate data resources into a single unified database that will be accessible by every government across the world. As Americans, we are under continuing threat of total surveillance and censorship. We all know this. We all know this. powerful American high-tech elites see dollar signs in controlling our data and our behavior. Then there's Palantir. Remember that name. Who are they? This is just a short clip, and I'm showing it because it also adds other companies, not just Palantir, although they're the leader and the biggest. Watch this.
I've heard of this company by now, but what do they do specifically? Here's what they also do and why it matters. Palantir software connects everything from surveillance footage, social media, phone records, and even border crossings. It uses that data to find patterns, helping governments find out who to target and when to strike. Basically, they give governments God mode. But here's why you should care. Palantir isn't bound by the same rules as the NSA. They don't need warrants or oversight, and it's exactly why governments love them. Your digital life, what you say, where you go, who you talk to, can be used to make life and death decisions. And you will never know, because now it's being used for everything. To predict crime in American cities by flagging certain zip codes as high risk, to monitor immigrants that are illegally crossing the border, and now increasingly even tracking political protests. In a way, our basic freedoms can now be a security threat.
I don't think in win-lose. I think in domination.
Because their duty isn't to the public, it's to profit for the shareholders and making their clients happy. Here's the most disturbing part though. For every Palantir that you've heard, there's dozens more that you've never heard about, and you probably never will. One of this is an Israeli spy company run by ex-Mossad agents, and their most famous client, Harvey Weinstein.
Did you hear that? One of those companies is run by ex-Mossad agents. Mossad is Israeli CIA. Here's what I want to ask. Is Silicon Valley becoming our government? ICE paid Palantir millions to find illegal immigrants. Is that okay with you? Not okay with me. You see, this is what they're hoping. They're hoping that because we want illegal immigrants gone and want only legal citizens in our country, that we'll like wink at that. Like, that's okay. You used AI and you used Palantir digital IDs to find illegal immigrants in this country so you could send them back to Mexico and back to their countries. Oh, that's okay. No, that's not okay. Do not even consider taking one step. That's not okay. That's not okay that they did this. And you are right, Queen Esther. We are being played. Another amazing comment. Palantir says, we allow governments to surveil and to make citizens do what they're supposed to do. Peter Thiel, look him up, Thiel. Technology is the alternative to politics. Is that okay? Silicon Valley going to rule our government? So why did I even walk down the road with all of this today? When I went back on FluffTube, because the censorship was supposed to be halted, I was going to do a different one today, but I know God leads me. So it was almost like I didn't get a strike. I got a warning on an old video. And then I said, you're allowing it, God. What are you trying to tell me? He was trying to tell me to do this video because I got hit with censorship again yesterday. Again. Not with a strike, with a warning. Very interesting. I did a video about a bad food company, and it took it down from 1.5 years ago. I had to do this video. It pointed to censorship and control once again. And just last week, FluffTube told those who were deplatformed to come back. And I know 2 people that did. Within 2 days, they were deplatformed again. Again, let me say this. Larry Ellison, keep that name on the tip of your tongue, along with Oracle. Emblazon it in your mind. This is what he said. When digital ID is present, police officers will be held accountable for every action they take. So they'll be on their best behavior. And Americans, they will be on their best behavior as well, because we can listen and see where they are and locate them anytime we want. And if you don't believe me, believe Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who just posted this recently. Watch this.
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. I'm going to tell you 3 rules that you all need to know and memorize. Number 1, every power that government takes from us, it will never relinquish voluntarily. Number 2, every power they take from us, they will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible. Number 3, nobody in history of the planet has ever complied their way out of totalitarian control. Every capitulation is a signal to the oppressors to impose new forms of torment or torture or compliance or obedience. Every time you comply, you get weaker. Bullies cannot be appeased. It just encourages them to new forms of torture and torment. Every time you say yes, you're getting pushed back to a weaker position. That's why we need to resist today.
Amen. Amen. Sean Allen, it was just a few days ago. Personally, just my opinion, if RFK runs for president next time, I'm going to actively endorse him and do everything I can to get him elected. The man tells the truth. The man isn't afraid of anyone. Everything that could have ever happened to him or his family has already happened. That man is on the front lines. That man is the man we need to pray for. We need to pray for that man. Guys, if I ever did a show and told you that this is right from the throne room, this is it. I'm telling you. When something happens to me that should not have happened, I should have not have had a video taken down from a year and a half ago. Number one, that. Number two, to get a warning, they don't give me warnings. They just give me strikes. They give me a warning. They gave me a strike. I'd been off of Rumble and I would be off of YouTube. Because once you get a strike, you're off for a week. And I wouldn't be able to do this at all. My plea for you is to share this anywhere. Just my opinion. Share it wherever you can. Pray for our president and those around him. Pray that RFK gets his ear more than any other person in his cabinet. Pray for RFK Jr. Careful flying. Put cash aside. And if you're able, if you have gold or silver, then you're in better shape. But at least have cash. That's very, very important. I would also find in your area, if you don't have money to put cash aside, find in your area food banks. I would also, if you have people, like you have people in your neighborhood, get to know them so that you can support each other if something should happen. People close to you that you know. Like I know a lot of people in Florida within driving distance that we can help, you know. And so it's important to think survival right now. Listen, the word of God says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. See, sometimes people will perish like people living on Twinkies and Cheetos, you know, that's ridiculous. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. So it's important that you know what to do. God is ultimately in control, He got me to veer off where I was going because yesterday I was going down a different road that wasn't where I was supposed to be. This was where I was supposed to be today. Proves it. It proves it. What I'm dealing with Rumble, I don't even know what to say, what's going on. I hope this stays up. It should. I did this only for entertainment purposes and only my opinion. I'm going to take a couple questions, then I'm getting off. I have to figure out what's going on with Rumble. I think what I'll do is I'll take this and post this on Rumble, and hopefully it will stay there. Ron R., what's up with DJT promoting to people at Pfizer with multiple billions of dollars? What he is doing, not saying I agree or disagree, Ron. You know, I'm not a big farm person, but what I think he's doing, and I'm hoping it's out of the goodness of his heart and doing right for the American people, is that there are many experimental drugs in pharmaceuticals that are out of the reach of people that are, either don't have insurance but are not allowed to take those, are dying, they're terminal, and they're not getting access to it because the FDA will not approve them. So, Ron, I think what's happening, brother, is that he's trying to get these things into people's hands, especially even people on Medicaid, Medicare. You know, I believe that's what's going on. I'm trying to see that in the best light. I believe that's what's happening. So you can check that out, see if I'm right. Rachel Butler, what do you think of having food storage? I think it's becoming time. I feel to be prepared to feed people. I live there, Rachel. I live there. Dennis and I were just talking about getting a freezer to put in our garage, and we're you know, I think we've got to think that way. It's not. I love what somebody said earlier. This is no time to panic. It's time to say to yourself, all of these things I'm looking at all over the internet, and I'm reading and I'm watching, and people are saying this and people are saying that and people are saying that. Believe what you want. But sometimes you're so heavenly minded that we're no earthly good. I want to be heavenly minded, but if something should occur, I am worldly good as well, earthly good. And people will have a place of refuge near me for prayer, for food, for help. That's the way I look at that, especially to those around me that are my friends and live within driving distance. So, yeah, we can be spiritual. We can say, God's got this. I live there. I wear that t-shirt all the time. But Rachel, we need to be smart. We just need to be smart and be wise. Queen Esther, could you and Dennis do an in-depth teaching on eschatology on Solomon's Porch? Additionally, could you do on off the cuff on the Schofield Bible and implications on the church? This is the problem with that, Esther. I think there will be a time for that, but I think people have to, and maybe you'll understand what I mean. People have to be grounded here in wisdom, understanding, knowing God is faithful. That is something I don't believe we're there, but we'll pray about it. It's just God's never had us gone down that road. Maybe now is the time, but I believe it's important for people to get grounded in where we are and what's going on. Eve, what are your thoughts about Red October? I really don't have any. The only word I got about October is don't think you're past the hurricane season. That's a word I got for October. And I wasn't going to share that, but you asked. And I just felt to say it. So that's all. Michael Mullins, you feel Congress is complicit with YouTube admits they censored the people and they are not getting any repercussions. Congress wastes our money with investigation, exposure, and never any accountability. I believe Congress is completely complicit. I believe there's probably a half a dozen people, Massey, at the top of the list. I can give you a list of people, probably half a dozen out of over 500, maybe a dozen, Michael. There are no repercussions. They're not going to YouTube as long as lobby. See, let me tell you the thing. If President Trump outlawed lobbying, even with an executive order, everything in our whole world would change. The whole world would change. Everything from A to Z. From A to Z. Everything. The way we eat, the foods, the air, water, this, digital ID, everything would change. Everything. You want to know why? Because there's no way people are being paid off now. Lobbying is the demon behind the third door. That's what it is. Lobbies should be outlawed. The whole world would change. Sean Allen, why do you get attacked banned when others say far more ban-worthy things on their shows? I think I know. I think you know too, because a lot of the ban-worthy things aren't true. That's why. I have said this from the beginning. I've got a guy that's retired in the NSA is a friend. I got a guy in the NSA that's a friend. I got a guy in an FBI in New York, and all three of them said this to me. Anything that is real cannot be said. Can't be said. It can't be said. I tell you the things I know that are real. I'm not obviously I don't do this for views or obviously. Oh boy. Denise Stone, Delora, do you have suggestions for water protection, the light water machine? Would that purify any water, even if contaminated? Yes, Denise, but the problem is you can't drink that light like you would water all day long. And you should have 6, 8, 7 glasses of water a day. So no, that doesn't work. I mean, it's good for other things, but no. What you need to do is get a double osmosis water machine, put it on your counter and use that. We have one, we rent a home, and we have a portable one that we put under our sink, and it goes through, the water goes through that and it comes out. And then we take that water and we put it through another filter. That's what we do. Hope that helps. Forever Young, it is better to buy canned food. Yeah, it is. It is good to buy canned food. Stock up. We're stocked up. We've always been stocked up. Since 2020, we've been stocked up. So I think it's, I just think we're gonna start stocking up a little more now. Susan Deegan, do you think he's not informed on this digital ID and how harmful it is by listening to wrong people? He's a smart man, so how is he fooled? Susan, I think that's the reason. I do. I think he's listening to the wrong people. I really, really do. I don't think the man wants harm to Americans. I don't. I could be completely fooled, but I don't believe that. I don't. But see, someone like RFK Jr. don't care. He's like cut from my cloth. He doesn't care. He's going to tell the truth. He doesn't care. It's different. I'm going to take a couple more. Tulsa time. Are you under the understanding that Biden signed executive orders for the digital ID, but Trump signed an executive order and came back to abolish it? That is what I heard yesterday. You can hear all you want about that. I've seen nothing. Look, my father said something. I shared it on T for Two last week. I always remember. Or maybe I shared it on Fab 4, I can't remember. Or Solomon's Porch, whatever it was. He would say this to me. I would hear this constantly. Delora, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. I don't believe truthers. There are maybe 2. Maybe I believe. Maybe. I don't believe anything. I want to see it. Show me. Verify it. If it's true and Trump did it, he'll put it out. If Trump didn't put it out, he didn't do it. The way I look at it, Tulsa time. The shopping spot. Delora, have you considered setting up your own website, transferring all your videos there? You could still broadcast initially on YouTube and Rumble. I did consider that. The problem is shopping spot. It's a lot of money. If anybody on here wants to do that for me and give me the money that it takes to set up my own website and everybody can go there, I think that's what Nino does. So it takes money. So I don't think, if you want to do that, contact me, Delora at DeloraOBrien.com. Praise the Lord. I'll do it in a minute. Laura Davidson, do you remember Kim speaking about digital ID with warnings? No, not about, he didn't call it digital ID. It's funny you're saying that. I was actually looking through some of Kim's vault today for stuff like that. I really couldn't find anything If you have that, Laura, you know how to contact me. Just email me. Molly Martini, in regards to the mark of the beast, I feel like people in the USA would put up a huge fight due to our Second Amendment. It's all just coming so fast. Yeah, and what they're doing, Molly, here's the issue, is it's under the guise of protecting us from illegals. That's it. That's it. Illegals had nothing to do with voting, but everybody went down that road. Illegals had to do with what I'm talking about today. Do you feel anything good will come from the shutdown? Michael, I do. This gives President Trump an opportunity to get rid of a lot of stuff because we can't afford it. I'm waiting to see what he does. It could, Michael, a lot of good could come out of this. But if he just is going to capitulate to, okay, we'll take this out, we'll take that out, and now we'll pass it. He's better, but not the best. Have Lauren Kleiss at Full House, reverse osmosis. You don't want to shower with fluoridated water. You don't want to shower with that water. You can also, I don't have that, obviously, Lauren, because I don't own my own home. But there are portable, you can get on Amazon, portable fluoride things you put on your shower that will get rid of all the garbage in it. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I'm done. I'm way over. Let me just go through this. Guys, if you're interested in helping us out, this is one of the ways to do it. This is called Perfectly Cozy Striped Midweight Tuna Top. It's soft, it's cozy, it really is. It's just really nice. It covers all the lasagna. It's got a kangaroo pocket. It's a tunic, as Jenna would say. Janice. It's Jenna and Dennis, my two people. You can size down. I'm wearing a small and it's still roomy. So you can size down. This is 50% off. It's made in the USA. There's only like one or two in each size. You got to grab it if you really like it. I mean, it's just adorable. Jenna said she can't restock it. Also, the Rose of Sharon necklace, and there's Rose of Sharon matching earrings. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. This is really beautiful. I got to see it, show you so you can see it. See it? I don't know if you can see it. It is gorgeous. It's like a Rose of Sharon, a rose wrapped around the cross. It's just beautiful. It's stainless steel, doesn't tarnish or anything. Got matching earrings, and you can find them everything below in the link. And also you can find them on joincountry.com and Delora's Closet. That's moi. She said, I just added a bunch of new items to the store. Remember, always free US shipping, and first-time orders get 10% off with code WELCOME10. Also, and I saw a few of you on here, those that are asking about the health thing we're doing, about what I'm doing, my skin, everything, feeling better. You've emailed me. I've tried to get back to you, but if you go here, I get you in order and I know what to do. I got all your information. So go to takingbackourhealth.com and just fill it out, and I will get right back to you today. I promise. And I can send you something you can watch. If you watched it already, I can tell you what to do. We can jump on the phone. I can give you information, whatever I can do to help you, because to me, the world needs this, the entire world. But okay. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you all for coming over to YouTube. Please share this. I really feel people really need to hear this. They need to be aware. It needs to perk up their ears and be very aware of what's going on. I will see you all Friday, Fab 4. Charlie's back, so it'll be me, Dennis, Charlie, and Joe, the big Fab 4, and we got a great topic for you, and I'm sure you're going to love it, so make it your date night, and we'll see you then. Until then, remember, take care of yourself. Pray for our leaders, especially President Trump and RFK Jr. Pray for God. Pray for your ear gate and your eye gate that you only hear and see what God wants you to hear. And pray for Dennis and I that we're able to stay on these platforms. Love you much. Remember, Go in the power of God. Ciao, everybody.